Hi and welcome to Trade of the Week. My favourite trade was a short euro sterling bet, but in the interest of variety I've chosen my long bet on ICAP. A week ago ICAP shocked investors with a profit warning and was duly punished with a 19% fall on the day. On Monday I took a look at the chart and suggested that there were a couple of options to go long. The brave call was to buy at market price of 301 pence, with a stop just below Friday's low of 291. The more cautious call was to wait for the price to close above a major Fibonacci point of 305. A long trade here was risky, as it was clearly against the trend, but the 31% fall since the year end had sparked my trading interest. The RSI was starting to recover from an oversold reading of 21, but I needed confirmation before dealing. Monday's candle closed bang on the Fibonacci line and opened a touch higher on Tuesday, holding steady above the line. To me, this suggested that the main sellers had finished and that the shares were trying to form a base. This still wasn't a strong signal, but there was a decent risk-reward setup here, with a tight stop loss and a potential for a hefty rally if confidence returned. He who dares. I paid 307 pence for a £5 bet. £5 was a pretty conservative bet size, but I rarely trade individual shares, and as there's a danger that I've missed something of the company, I'm careful not to commit too much trading capital. My smaller bet size allowed me to place my stop loss at 290 pence, just below Friday's low. On a £5 bet, this gave me a risk of only £85. Choosing where to exit the trade was a bit tougher after such a big fall. I set a limit to close out £2 at 3.29. This was a 50% retracement of Friday's red candle, often called the Marabuzzo line. I'll show you where that is. I then run the balance with my stop loss at break even. My long bet hardly set the market alight, and the price swung a few pence either side before closing just below the line. To me, this justified the smaller bet size, because I knew that at worst I could take a small loss on the chin, kick the cap, and look for another opportunity later. The following day, the shares put on 30 odd pence, closing out my £2 limit at 3.29. Thursday saw a further move higher to 3.46 pence, but this was too much too soon, and the shares returned to settle around about the Marabuzzo line. I'm still in this trade, with my stop loss now at 3.19. That's just below the Marabuzzo line on Wednesday's green candle. I'll show you that one. So far I've locked in £80 with a further £36 unrealised at the current bid of 3.31 pence. For me, this trade isn't a big winner, it's the icing on a mainly forex cake, but the strategy worked and the risk management was sound. The reward was linked to how much I was prepared to risk on the trade. Have a good weekend, and remember that roses for the missus will let you watch the rugby in peace.